implication was, well, you're taking food and you're telling me you're giving it to some lady with 3 children, but can you prove it?
Foodbank volunteers angry over a rule change stage a walkout. Our top story at 5. Now the food bank in Nipomo is left to pick up the pieces. Good evening, I'm Tracy Lair. Thanks so much for joining us. Scott Hennessy is on assignment. And we begin tonight with changes on how the food is being given out to families in need. They have caused several volunteers to resign at the Nipomo Senior Center distribution site. This has forced the Food Bank Coalition of San Luis Obispo to look for extra help. Tonight we're hearing from both sides of the issue. Nia Wong has been on the story since early this morning and is live in Nipomo with it. You'll only see it on 12. Nia?
Tracy, every Wednesday morning, people can bring their bags here and fill them up with food for themselves to take home. Now, even though those resignations happened a few weeks ago, people were still able to do just that. The only major difference here were the faces giving out the food, and that's because of new guidelines former volunteers say were just too much.
I think we're real dedicated to bringing food to people who kind of need the food.
After volunteering at the food bank every Wednesday morning, the Nipomo Center's volunteers would come together for coffee.
We've gotten to be a good group of friends working together.
For the last month, this group of long-term volunteers still get together, but it's different now. That's because new faces have filled their unpaid positions at the food bank.
It hurts inside.
They say new policy changes are to blame.
Our job was to unload the truck and to help pass out food to the people.
Volunteers would deliver food to those who were unable to come to the food bank.
We were asked originally to have them fill out a form authorizing us to pick up the bags for them, which we did.
Leak says a new guideline requiring volunteers to collect signatures each week from those home deliveries made it harder for both volunteers and recipients.
Some of them barely can see. Some of them are bedridden.
An additional requirement, volunteers say, was also insulting.
But to me, the implication was, well, you're taking food and you're telling me you're giving it to some lady with 3 children, but can you prove it?
Wendy Lewis with the Food Bank of San Luis Obispo says they appreciate the hard work put in by the former volunteers, but believes these changes were necessary.
We have to kind of follow certain processes in order to make sure the food gets where it's supposed to.
She says the weekly signatures are a checks and balances method to keep track of 6 billion pounds of food spread out across food bank sites in the county.
You know, that funding comes to support countywide operations, and if we're not making sure the food is getting out equitably, then we're audited. We have to just really follow, as a large nonprofit, certain policies.
In the meantime, the Food Bank Coalition of San Luis Obispo is looking for volunteers for their Nipomo location. We'll have more information on how to sign up on our website at kcoy.com. Live in Nipomo, Nia Wong, KCOY 12 Central Coast News.
Thank you, Nia.